Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Stellaris. Last episode we finally settled in the west here, in the Galactic center I should probably say. And we have some of these colonies finally developing. So we settled here on a Romanox Prime, which is still developing, so for the next year this is just gonna drain energy. In addition to that, we are also gonna settle here in Mirach. There's a continental planet. And once we got our colonies up here, we will start expanding from it. Ooh, space cows. Let's see, we probably want some guardian ships there before the space cows actually attack us. Okay, so we have the Grand Armada, which we used to deal with some local nuisances. Let's dispatch a Western Guard fleet. So we have a corvette and another corvette and another corvette and then a destroyer. And yeah, let's do 5 corvettes and a destroyer. That seems good. So first armada, we rename it to the Western Guard Fleet. We're just gonna station, let's see, set them to aggressive, and then we set them in Romanox. And the Grand Armada, wait, it's still being led by Pender, who is our fearless leader. Okay, yeah, let's just chalk this up to things being bugged. This is sleeping, but it's not in orbit. That we should probably fix. So, Kenjor, we got, wait, I said Kenjor, over there. Yes, Kenjor Prime, go there. And then, actually, once we are there, we should probably tell it to... Oh, there's only one order that's going in orbit. Okay, so that will resolve itself. In the meantime, we can just make things happen. Let's see. Grand Armada has been fully repaired. That's why it was idling. We have some science ships which are doing sciencey things in our new area. Unidentified Empire. Alien vessels. Investigate these people's
System survey complete.
Okay. I clicked
Research
to
complete.
have a look, but it's not really actually saying a lot about these people. But that's the Mirach has been fully surveyed, which is good. There's a lot of stuff we can build here, and our construction ship is on its way. So let's just queue up some building over there. Then we have some technology. Let's see. Noxious swamp removal, which is good. So let's pick something else. Psionic army, which is better than a non-psionic army. The thing is, land combat doesn't really do much so far. I'm much more in favor of planetary unification, which gains us 1 influence per month, and our influence gain is pretty abysmal right now, because we're spending it all to either on frontier outposts, on edicts, or just on maintaining our relationships. Oof, or glacier removal. Let's go glacier removal. We'll get the influence again, and it's really cheap. But clearing out tile blockers means our planets become worth more, so that's just worth taking in the long run. Speaking of planets, let's have a quick look. Okay, so currently we are gaining stored minerals in all our areas. Actually, just bump this over 2500 again. So that means that most of the planets seem to be fully developed under the guidance of our governors. Let's have a look at our main planet. Nothing we can upgrade. So so good. This one is not entirely happy. Why are you not happy? You don't like my migration policies, my slave policies, and my native interference policies. Yes. I think that's the reason I made you a slave, isn't it? Because you didn't appreciate all the things I do for you. Stuff happens. What happened? Oh, Grand Marshal Pender has died at the age of 112. Yeah, that's Atnor, our main capital. So we need to elect a new ruler. We only have one commander, so that's easy. Oh yeah, okay. So they'll get elected. There's only one choice, so there's no point in boosting it one way or another. So building cost is gonna go down, and building cost is gonna go down. So this is gonna be a good era for building things. In 3 months there will be an election. Debris analyzed, that's good. Got some stuff. So we're spending a lot of money again. Western Guard fleets. Yes, well, we have our planet, right? So go in orbit. It's not truly that difficult. Once we gain enough influence. Okay, this one is actually in our reach. Let's see, science ship. No science ship. Evading hostile fleet. Okay, so thank you, Space Cows, for throwing my science ship, of course. Of course, you did not actually mean to do that. What? War declaration. Sintamoroi mandates it declared war on the interstellar Basildon consciousness. So, Sintamoroi. A locate on map thing would be useful, I suppose. Ah, there. And then of course it zooms into the planet level, which is utterly rubbish. I might actually just have to have a good look at mods to see if no weird quirks like that can be fixed. But on the other hand, no, I do like to play games in their vanilla state, so I can actually just show you the game as it is rather than as how it will be with mods. But the Sintamoroi over here and the Basildons are over there. If size is everything, then the Basildon are just gonna get swallowed by the Sintamoroi. So that's gonna happen. Let's see, evading hostile fleets. Okay, so evading means going by them. That's you would expect them to evade in a different direction to prevent combat. Hey, what do I know? They are not actually... Okay, warp bind down is... And they're warping to Ramsden. Okay, we are just gonna follow them. Okay, you're going to Mirach. Okay, that's good. Placid Leviathans. Okay, can't queue up more attack. And Miguel Angel has been chosen as my ruler. Good. All hail our new leader. Which probably means I now lack a admiral. Yes. So, recruit. We want a new admiral. We actually can't spare a new one. Thank you, Pender, for dying. Now we are generalist. Is that a word? Generalist. We are without a general. At least Pender is no longer stalking our fleets. So that's a thing. That is moving over too far. Good. So, you know what? Actually go there. do a little bit of scouting since we did see something red over there. Let's see. We have a... we'll almost have a colony. We can't issue building options just yet. Reason analyzed. We have a science ship doing stuff, we have another science ship doing stuff, and we have the Western Guard fleet down there. Still... okay. You, please go over there and attack them. Yes, so you can't right click on a fleet on the strategic map. War point down 8 days. Of course they are flying to Mirum. Oh good, we were still winding our way up, so we might actually catch them. No, we won't. Okay. So this is idle. So let's actually do a survey of the western planets in our sphere of influence. Then we have this one. It's scouting things over here. After that we can send it out to Mirum. We got another order. Society research. Another tile blocker, which is also the cheapest option. Nice, nice. Ooh, and we can uplift lower species. Okay.
Colony established.
Alright, we now have a proper colony here, which means we can build ourselves a spaceport. Which means we can actually get some solar panels up and recoup some energy. So, first thing you usually want to do. Let's see, these are proper people. Wow. So there's 3 food here, which is quite a lot. So we can build our frontier clinic here, which is gonna increase the habitability of the planet, which is a very, very useful thing. And then I'm gonna build power plants. Power plant, why are you a power plant? This will make life a bit better. Since power is what we need. So this way we generate 6 power, we can upgrade them, that becomes 9 power. We'll compensate a little bit for all the other things we can do. Okay. So that's the first of many. They did not fly away yet. Good, good. Also, insta battle, no wind down. Or no, actually we are still stuck in warp FTL cooldown, and they can attack us. Okay, now the battle is on. Now space cows are gonna die. Oh, space cow. Was that a single hit from one of our larger ships? Cool. Also, Corvette took quite some damage. Alien proto-civilization encountered. The survey of Haneri 2 has revealed that certain regions of the planet are home to a primitive alien proto-civilization. Our probes show that their Neolithic culture has mastered fire and developed a rudimentary spoken language, but we have yet to see any evidence of metallurgy or written communications. Good for you. So we have a colony on Ramanox, so we can send you over there.
Colony established.
And then we'll just have you a repair over there. Let's see, spaceport is going to be done in 10 months. Yeah. So we need to actually send, oh wow, we're going to go all the way to the Galactic for repairs. You know what? Okay, if that's closer, then that's closer. We'll go there. Or maybe we still go there and we just split off the damaged ship. That sounds like a better plan. So this corvette is the only one that actually got damaged. So you go fix yourself while the other ones are just gonna guard. That's how it's gonna be. So this is why regenerative hull armor is actually a pretty good thing, since it just helps your guard fleets stay alive and repair themselves while you are not closely supervising them. Also, we can build mining stations, research stations. We can build more mining stations over there. Build mining stations over there. Build mining and research stations over there. And for all of that, we will need more power. Good thing is, we're only at -9 now, rather than -20 something.
System survey complete.
We are getting somewhere. Let's see, how are we doing back home? Everything was surveyed. An anomaly. There's a significant amount of debris in orbit around this gas giant. Most of it appears to come from long-lost starships of various configurations. Seems like there's not a lot of risk. No level 4 scientist, level 1 anomaly. So just research it and see what we find. Let's see, there is a Tundra world here, arid world, Tundra world, desert world. Wow, 85% habitability. Yeah, the catch was that the Wulven are not really fond of deserts. This one though, Wulven like this. This is an ocean. It's a size 23. Toxic kelp that can be cleared. And besides that, we have quite some space. This is more a mineral world, though the empty spaces could be used for other things. For some power, most likely, to just actually work with this. But weren't we already colonizing Faltus? We need a colony ship, yeah. Well, Adanir is next door. Might as well build ourselves a colony ship. Yeah, a core Wulven. What else is happening? That's the anomaly. Haneri system has been fully surveyed. Yes. Good, good. So how is the war effort going over here? The lines haven't been really redrawn, so I'm assuming they're still alive. We'll deal with it later. Oh, it's very far away, so we don't really have a lot of influence there just yet. Let's see, tech research. So we can now remove mountain ranges. See, now here is our planetary unification again. Strange gravity well on Zifri 3 has pulled in a massive amount of space debris, which has formed a dense layer around parts of the gas giant. Most of it appears to be a wreckage from a series of space battles fought in the system several millennia ago. Scavengers have already scoured the debris of valuable technologies and artifacts, but a mining station should be able to recycle the metal. Good, so we can get +3 minerals from building a space station over there. Which is all we really want, right? Since we are researching Citri, it's within area, so it's just gonna be more. I think, let's see, do I dare right click it? Yes, build a mining station. So after we are here, we're gonna go back for another mining station. I think we can actually move the speed up to fast, maybe even to fastest, just to make time fly. And we're not waiting as long for stuff to happen. We built a mining station in Mirach Vla. Oh. Hostile fleet presence. Where is that? That's in the Baltic space. Yeah, those are space cows, and that's where my ship is repairing. There's a FTL inhibitor. Rivalry ended. The Basildon in Inari ceased their rivalry. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Oh, that's well, stop auto-pausing. Or unpausing. So Inari and the Basildon are neighbors. The Sintomoroi are being an aggressor here, so maybe the enemy of my enemy is someone I could ally with, or at least stop being a rival with. Also, is it me, or does it look like the Sintomoroi are also eating in here? Let's see. The mineral composition of Citrus 2 does not match our projections. Well, research it. Let's go back to our first armada. Okay, thing is gone. It's been fully repaired. Which means we can send it back over to over here. Merge them. Yes, yes. So. Oh wait, actually a lot of stuff has happened. It's been repaired. Oh cool, we got level 2 armor now. That's good. We have a fortress that we could potentially unlock. So it's going to be a very, very large thing for in space. Could also unlock plasteel armor, space torpedoes, which are currently one of the cheapest options we've got. Military station damage increase. That's useful for military stations, but not for the standard stations, I think. So for now, let's go for plasteel, which gives us the most generally applicable bonus. Ooh, adaptive bureaucracy. Empire leader capacity +2 and edicts become cheaper. This is what we need because, well, we need more leaders. Anomaly has been dealt with. Non-aggression, Zappadrogans and the Hajim have entered into a non-aggression. Let's see, the Zappadrogans. Where were they? Over here. So we got the Zappadrogans over there. And the democratic Hajims. Those are them. That's those people. So there's something of an alliance forming over here. That's good. Let's see. Speaking of diplomacy, let's have a quick chat with our people. Since we got +1 to our influence, we could maybe set up a better relationship with the Han Republic, since then we get an ally over here and over there. Since the Inari we have a non-aggression with, and the Han we couldn't afford it yet. So let's see, communicate, offer a trade deal. Oh wait, this is not a trade deal, of course. This is actual diplomacy. Why don't you want to form a non-aggression pact? Okay. So maybe we should actually just set up a trade a deal first. So research agreement, which is always useful. They are wary. Okay, so let's not share things. Let's see, we can set up a relationship whereby at least we just provide each other with intel, and I'll give you access to the wormhole stations since I don't really care. And I'll throw some. Actually, let's not make it a monthly transfer, but just an instant transfer. We are drowning in minerals anyway, so. So, here, 1100 minerals. Aren't you happy? So this way we can slowly build up our reputation with these people. Since they have some mixed feelings on us. But this way we might be able to work our way towards a better mutual understanding and maybe eventually some alliances. Since I think if we are gonna play the lone wolf, then this Crusader successor state is gonna hate our guts, and I think once they get angry we could use some. We basically just want to recruit some other species as allied packs to take down this sleeping giant. Let's see, they accepted the trade deal. And the Bassadons and the Quevos are now rivals. So Quevos and Bassadon. Wait. The Bassadon. Oh. So the Bassadon are. I thought they were this tiny empire over here, but they're actually a pretty big empire over there as well. Probably wormholers that just jumped or something. Okay, so Sintamoroi, Bassadon, duking it out, Inari being like, yeah, no, Bassadon, maybe we should be friends. I understand it, since Inari are getting surrounded here, so things are good. Let's see, how are things developing for us? Since in the end, us is all we care about. There is power to be made. Teachings of warriors. Across the barren fields of Zithri-2, there are indications of old battles being fought. Beneath the lifeless ground, our researchers on the Sulnar, the Stalwart, have found bones, metallic shards, and most surprisingly, a container filled with documents. If we sent the documents to our homeworld for translation, we could potentially learn more about this war and who fought in it. It would also be possible to simply sell them off as antiques. I want to know more. So that's a good amount of money, but yeah, let's go for knowledge. Hey, someone invited us for a non-aggression pact. Bassadon. Ooh, those are those peoples. So they are collectivist, xenophobe, materialists. The galaxy presents enough threats without having to worry about another war between the Wulven Pack and the interstellar Bassadon consciousness. We suggest entering into a non-aggression pact to mutually secure peace. So, in terms of war, I want to conquer the Terrassi Principality first. And these are going to be far in the future to be gobbled up. So for now, let's agree to be nice to each other. Let's see, we built a research station, which is good.
System survey complete.
Let's see, Citri has been fully surveyed. Oh, also we got a special project translating the warriors' texts. Let's actually research it. Also we have some debris available in Mirum. So, science ship in Mirum. Actually, that seems useful. So once you're done, research the debris. Thank you. And the science ship in the Houdin can, once you're done, we...
Construction complete.
Actually, yeah, let's survey Ramsden. Well, actually, no, you can... Oh, no, I already queued it up and you can't unqueue it. So, you're gonna investigate Ramsden while you are gonna investigate Regulus. We should be good. Let's see, yeah, we're building a bit too many buildings because of the whole power thing. We can upgrade the power plant. We can't yet. We need a better plan. We need to actually have more people living here before we can do that.
Special project complete.
Let's see, special project failed. Sadly, our linguists have been unable to understand the entirety of the alien language used in the old documents found on Zitter 2. However, they managed to translate the essentials, which has given us a glimpse into the culture they originated from. That's unfortunate, but we did get some influence, which is well, pretty low for us right now. Hey, and we are energy neutral. Also, Romanox's spaceport is done, yes, which means we can put in a solar panel network, which is going to get us power. After which we probably want... Actually, I don't really care after that, it's just we want it to break even in terms of economics cost. Everything else is just a bonus. Clearing this costs quite some energy, so for now I don't really care. Also, how are we? Yeah, we got 7 food, so eventually they are gonna think about spawning more people, right? Mirum has been surveyed. Mirum has been surveyed. Hood team has been fully surveyed. Yes, those are things are all gonna happen soon. But actually, I'm gonna send my other construction ship over here to work on building things. That way we build things faster. Seems like a good idea. Also, we got a Jafab the Devoted, a colony ship that we built for Faltus. Let's see. This is a planet we can colonize. It's only going to cost us a 30 influence. So let's build it on this planet. It's going to be Faltus Prime, which I think is just instantly going to get taken over by the Wulven core sector. Let's see, what's this focused on? This is focused on research. Okay, that's fine. So we will get another sector up here once we start expanding, since we can only have up to 5 planets in our core, and after that we need to set up a sector here. I think that's going to be another one dedicated to energy. And so far things are good. So let's actually have a look. The slave factions are doing their thing. Malcontent slaves only have 20%, so that's pretty good still. You have some sectors down here. It's nice that the colony ship actually showed up. I think that's the very first time that actually happened. So that's very promising. Speaking of promising, Mirage Prime actually has completed, so we can build a spaceport. So that's gonna fix itself. And we are gonna we built a frontier clinic, and then we built a power plant, and then after that we'll just see. There's enough terrain and things for people to entertain themselves, and after that the sector governor can handle it. Speaking of, they are still... Oh, actually we can deposit a couple more minerals in there and just keep going. We have indeed some inactive buildings, that's expected right now. Oh, anomaly. Receiving a weak signal from the surface of the planet Ramsden 1A. So it appears to be some kind of a tracking beacon. Well, there's a low risk of failure, so research it. Then on Zithri, space whales came in. We have a western fleet, so go there and kick some space cow ass. See if we can make it in time, or if they're gonna move over. They're gonna go to Ajam. Where is Ajam? I don't see Ajam, so that's probably far away.
Research complete.
Oof, that's quite a jump. Yeah, we can't make it. So we're gonna send you back to Romanox. I said Romanox. Romanox Prime. Okay. Also, we did some research. We have adaptive bureaucracy, so we get 2 leaders. We actually need to recruit some leaders. Orbital hydroponics, which means food in space. Or make our army upkeep lower, and I think army currently costs us 9, so that's almost gonna save us 0.9 for free. So let's do that. Also, we completed a physics research. Ooh, 0-point reactors. So that's even more power generation. Warp drive 3, which gives us more range. This one we have already got a bit of partial research on, probably from combat with someone else. So this is not gonna go away, so then the choice is between 0-point power, which is 18,000, that's pretty expensive. Though the fact that we got 19 planets does make it a bit more expensive than I would like it to be. Also a lot of pops make it more expensive. So that's 360% more, so that's 4.6 times, basically 5 times more expensive than it normally would. Yeah. We don't use energy weapons, so actually let's go for warp drive ram scoops, which are the better option and the cheapest of those. Normally we already did something with the gas grazers, we already dealt with them. Hey, we have been invited for a non-aggression pact from the Zeppedrogans. Which are those people? Oh, for now I don't really want to do a lot with them, so that would be fine. Let's see, Zeppedrogans. Zeppedrogans. So they are equivalent in fleet power, though their naval capacity is inferior. So if we really boost ourselves up, we just become more powerful. And they are receptive. Oh, wow. So we broke a defensive pact with them and they are actually just getting over it. But a non-aggression pact sounds okay. We won't attack you, you won't attack us, blah blah blah, then we can just conquer in peace. Basically. Ancient survey marker. A small short-range transmitter has been located on the surface of Ramsden 1. It appears to be an ancient survey marker, placed here eons ago to mark a large deposit of precious metals. The miners it was meant for evidently never arrived, as the deposit is still here. Cool, that's +4 minerals. Which, in an area we are still surveying, is pretty darn useful. We have a construction ship that's not doing anything, so we can send it over to Miram, build mining stations, that's gonna get us more energy, which is good. Some society research and construction finished. Well, we are now actually energy positive. We are expanding our colonies, we have non-aggression pacts with a number of people. Let's see, let's have a bit of an overview. So we have trades with the Han, the Zeppedrogans and the Inari. So that's now some people all the way on the Galactic West. Non-aggressions with the Bassadon, which are slowly expanding there. We have the Zeppedrogans and the Inari. So we have picked some allies. How are we with our rivals? Let's reevaluate that. We got a Terrassi over here. Definitely, no, they are going to be the next target for invasion. I think once we got a bit more of a solid hold over here, I want to unite the fleet and head over to the Terrassi and just conquer them. The thing is, I do want to build up a bit more of a positive energy economy so that once the Grand Armada is mobilized, we will not suddenly start bleeding energy again. I actually want to maintain a slightly positive energy flow there. So that's the Terrassi, they will remain rivals. Then we got the Quevos. Who's the Quevos and why would I care? Okay, so Quevos are all the way over there. They are far enough away that it's okay. And I think we gained some influence from declaring rivals, so that's okay with me. And then lastly we have got the centralized sinner states. Centralized sinner states. This is the centralized Gorf. The Galactic Tendratsun Confederacy also seems like one that could be a target for expansion, but we probably need to do something useful with the Raltec before that. Oh, centralized sinner states. Ah, nice. They are just embedded in between the Zephyrdrogans and the Inari and the Quivos. Okay, so these two we have rivaled both. That's good. Well, I mean, we are quite a power to deal with. Raltec are a grumbling vassal. I say grumbling. They really don't like us. Actually, they really despise us. Actually, they're completely disloyal, inferior, and no, there is gonna be a chance that at some point they're gonna want to break free or something. Actually, we could integrate them. Does it say what kind of base planets they have? No, it doesn't. So, what are they living on? They are mammals. What does it say? So, what is this? This is a continental. Okay, so they can also settle continental. So that means we can just replace Raltec with our own, but we do need to purge them. That is potentially useful to do, right? Because eventually the Raltec are gonna become an issue. And this way they're just a vassal, they don't actually do much for us, but if we integrate them, cost 1,000 influence at a rate of 5 per month. That's gonna be a problem. We don't have that. Right now we gain 2. If we bleed 5, that's a negative of -3 every month. So we can sustain that for 50 months. During 50 months we generate a total of 5 influence, so that's 250, so we need more. We need to save up at least over 600 before we can do this. So for now that's not going to be a good thing. Could release them and then just annihilate them, but that feels poor. Well, for now they are inferior and they're going to be loyal. If we declare war, they're forced to fight with us. They're a nice buffer between us and the Quasibor. There's something to be said for that. And as I said, I plan to expand into the Galactic Center because no one else is doing it, so there's a bit of a power space vacuum over here. Then we eat the Terrassi, we expand. There's a lot of fertile space in the Galactic North, in the center. And once we are mostly a superpower, we can just absorb the Raltec, purge the Raltecs, put in our own people. And then we'll see. But for now, I think that's it. We've been going on for long enough. So as always, I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you again next time when we continue making plans to conquer space. And slowly working our way towards actually conquering it. Bye bye.